Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for a weekly recap of P-Valley. This is season 1, episode 4, and it was titled The Trap. Alright, y'all, so I am sorry that this review is late. I was having some issues with my cable. The power had went out apparently sometime today because we had a storm. I wasn't home, but when we came home, like, the internet was down, the cable was down. So it took me some time to figure out what the issue was or whatever. So I was able to get it up and then watch the episode finally through the app or whatever like that. So this is why this review is extra late. But at any rate, let's just dive into it. Like, this episode tonight had a lot going on. Still some unanswered questions, especially when it comes to Autumn / Haley. And a moment where I was just like, are you effing kidding me? So let's just jump into it. We are at P-Valley and Mississippi is there in the club and she dancing on this guy or whatever like that. And he talking about he like want to rescue the girls out the club and stuff like that, but he don't want to pay, her no money. He don't want to give her no money for her dance or whatever. So Mercedes come over there and was like, look here, Freckles, why you ain't throwing no money or whatever? And he was like, well, I don't want to throw no money and stuff like that. I want to clean it up or something. And she was like, what you saying? You ain't got no money or nothing like that? He was like, oh, I got money. The money ain't the problem or nothing like that. So then he pulled out a wad of money because she was like, well, then throw some. So he pulled out a wad of money and then tossed it on the ground or whatever. So Mercedes was like, pick that up or whatever. Mississippi was just standing there. She ain't say nothing. She was like, go pick that up. He was like, I ain't picking up shit. So then Diamond, of course, he be swooping in. I don't know where he be coming from, child, but he be something going wrong. He be right there in the instant. So he was like, pick it up or whatever. And Mississippi is his boo, okay? So he like, pick it up. The dude like, I ain't picking up, no, he was like, pick it up for the lady or something like that. He was like, I don't see no ladies around here. He was like, look, I ain't gonna ask you nicely again or whatever. So the dude, he's talking about jump bad, like, do something. You gonna do something or whatever like that. Diamond choked his ass up so hard, I swear the man peed on himself, okay? He choked his ass up. The man, when he let Diamond let him go, whatever, he picked that money up and was like, here. Mercedes went ahead and took the money, and then the dude, he left or whatever. So Mississippi, which I don't know if we found out before her name was Keyshawn, but that's her real name or whatever like that. So it's raining now. She was like, Mercedes was like, girl, don't let him get you down or whatever like that. His ass all coming up in here all holy and this shit like that. He got all this to say, like his ass shouldn't be up in the club or whatever like that. And so Mississippi was like, well, what if he right? Oh Lord, I'm sorry y'all if y'all hear the rain. I got my window open up a little bit and it is pouring down outside. Because we going through like these little random storms and stuff. So let me try to close my window real quick. Oh shit. I'll keep it open because I do a lot of crafting in here and I need the air. Sorry for shaking the camera. Hopefully that's better. At any rate, and then I done made it crooked, y'all. But it'll have to do because I don't want to keep jiggling y'all and stuff because that's annoying. But anyway, and then just like that it stopped. Jesus, I cannot. But anyway, Keyshawn was like, well, what if I feel the same way or whatever? And she was like, what? Like, she was like, what if I feel the same way and stuff like that and whatever. So then she got up and walked away. Then we see Autumn. She in her little apartment or whatever you want to call it, child. She grabbed like her bottles of alcohol and stuff like that. And she's taking it into the bathroom. And at first I was like, oh, okay, she getting better. She going to get off the sauce and stuff. But no, that's not what it was. She was pouring the alcohol in the tub, and then she put all that money, the $9,000 plus more money, into the tub. So I was like, was she trying to make the money look old or whatever? Like, the money was already old, but no, she's trying to make it smell like that money came out of the club or whatever like that. Because the next thing we see her at the bank, it looked like, and the lady was like, oh, like pulling the money out. She was like, oh, I'm sorry, somebody had poured beer on my money or whatever. And she was like, oh, well, you doing big things down there at P-Valley at the Pynk or whatever. And she was like, yeah, they get real excited when they see a new girl or whatever. She was like, yeah, don't me and my husband know. And the girl, and Autumn was just like, all like that. And so then the lady stamped this deposit slip. Child, it said $28,675. So all them balling getting money like that at the club? Somebody tell me something. I know she just got $9,000, but where she get the other, what, 19,000? Like, where did that come from? But we finna find out, child. Next we see Mercedes. She in the building or whatever like that, and she envisioning the girls in there practicing and stuff. She envisioning like the trophies on the wall and stuff like that, because the next thing we see is the building is empty, and she's talking to the realtor and stuff, and she like, yeah, this is where all my trophies gonna go and stuff. And she was like, trophies? You must sell a mean barbecue or whatever to get all them trophies. She was like, no, I don't sell no meat, girl. She was like, well, what you all use the space for? She was like, I'm using this space for a gym. She was like, oh yeah, the fat people up in this county need to be up in here, but we probably won't even come. I almost dying. So then she was like, oh no, not that kind of gym. I'm going to be teaching dance and stuff or whatever, dancerettes and stuff like that. She was like, oh, and you gonna be making money off of that? Because she worried about, you know, getting that monthly rent due, or not rent, because she's not renting it out, mortgage due on the place or whatever like that. She was like, yeah, you can make a lot of money. I'm gonna be charging them $200 for subscriptions and stuff like that. I'm gonna be charging this and stuff. And the lady was like, oh, so you thinking you gonna charge for a dream or something? She said like that. And so Mercedes was like, look, I'm telling you, like, this is going to be big stuff or whatever. I charge tuition monthly. They're going to get a monthly subscription, like, on top of stuff. It's going to be more and more. I'm building on stuff. Because the lady really wanted to show, she was like, oh yeah, let me just show you some rental properties just in case. She was like, no, I'm telling you, I got this. I could put the down payment down and stuff like that. So the lady was like, all right, I'm going to give you a chance, but you need to buy this building fast because these buildings is going like this or whatever. And she was like, can you give me the 20,000. She was like, can you give me the deposit tonight? Or no, did she say tonight? No, by the end of the week or whatever. And Mercedes was like, by the end of the week? Damn. Oh, but all right, I got you, girl. I got you. So, no, not the end of the week. Tomorrow. I don't know if that was the end of the week or not. But she said tomorrow. So Mercedes was like, you know, she got it or whatever like that. And then before the lady left, she was like, let me just give you a little advice. You should charge $250 per subscription because people will pay a lot of money to make a dream or reach a dream or something like that. So we see Mercedes' mama. She at the bank. She in the car singing or whatever like that. And then this homeless guy threw her a quarter. And he was like, well, whatever church you going to be at or whatever like that, I will gladly come down there and, you know, hear you sing and stuff like that. And at the same time, she see like this feather on her eyelash or whatever. So she pulled the feather down and she looked over and the man gone. So she go get the check out the thing. I said, oh, okay, good. She got the check. She about to do the right thing. She about to get us to Mercedes. Somebody in the back honking and whatnot. She was like, you have a blessed fucking day too. I said, not a blessed fucking day, girl. That's not how we do that. But she go off or whatever. Then we see Gidget. She on the pole teaching Autumn how to dance because, you know, last episode, Autumn was up there with her drunk ass falling all over the place. And Gidget was like, girl, you was falling and about to bust your ass and stuff. Like, you need to learn how to do this. And so Autumn get up there, child. She with the struggle bus. And that'd have been my ass, okay? With the struggle bus. Cause she was like, I don't have no upper body strength. And I'm like, me neither, girl. So she was like, I don't have no upper body strength. I can't do that, stuff like that. And Gidget was like, it's not about having upper body strength. It's about the mentality. It's what she say, it's not about strength, it's about physics. So if you want to do this, you just throw your body. So she was teaching her how to do it or whatever right there. I was like, get you making that shit look easy as fuck. It is not that easy, okay? Not at all. And then she was saying it's about trust. And that's true too. Because I know when I took a pole dance class, I don't have no upper body strength. So, like, but you really have to trust yourself that you're not going to fall. And if you're scared that you're going to fall, you're not going to do real well on the pole and stuff like that. So that was true what she was saying. Then they in the back, or no, they're not in the back yet. What's her name? Mississippi came in with her baby. And then this time we really saw the baby face. Because I don't think we really saw like the baby face, like the close up that they did tonight. And her baby looked mixed. I said, oh, so a white man up here beating on her ass. I don't like that shit. I don't like no black man beating on her ass, no white man beating on her ass, but especially not no motherfucking white man. And this girl down there in the South. I don't like that shit at all. So, she's talking to Gidget about going to the Dollar Tree, child. They all excited and shit. And she calling Uncle Clifford out to watch the baby. He was like, I ain't watching nobody baby. Take the baby with you to the Dollar Tree or whatever like that. I got shit I got to do. So, I've recently found out that Uncle Clifford goes by the pronoun of she. So I'm going to try to say she, but I like to just say Uncle Clifford. But sometimes you got to say she, he, or whatever like that. So I'm going to say, and I didn't mean like she, he. Y'all know what I mean. Like if I'm talking about Andre, I would have to say he. If I'm talking about Autumn, Uncle Clifford, whatever, she. So I have to say that. So I will be saying she for Uncle Clifford. But why Uncle Clifford come out there with her pants sagging like that? I said, she don't pull them goddamn pants up. I don't like it when anybody has their pants like that. It's not cute. Like, why? Why? I hate that. But anyway, Uncle Clifford was like telling Autumn to come to the back so she could show her something or whatever like that. So Uncle Clifford go back there with Autumn, so they go to the back, and then in the front we see Gidget and Mississippi. They talking, and Mississippi was like, "Girl, I heard while I was playing dead for that crazy ass anesthesiologist that the Pynk is about to get shut down or whatever, and the casino about to be built here." Gidget was like, "What? So what they gonna do with the Pynk?" She was like, "Girl, I don't know. I think they gonna get rid of it or whatever." So they talking about that. And I think Gidget said like Uncle Clifford wasn't gonna let that happen or something like that. And Mississippi was like, well, he might not have no choice, or she might not have no choice or whatever like that. So she right. We see Uncle Clifford and Autumn in the back. They going over the paperwork. Uncle Clifford is showing Autumn what she had found in the oh my god, the PowerPoint slides or whatever like that. So she's telling her like, look, you see what I see or whatever like that. And she was like, Autumn was like, well, what did they offer you? She was like, they ain't offered me nothing or whatever. She was like, I don't like that. Like, she was like, you don't own it or nothing. And Uncle Clifford was telling us how the not the shop, the Pynk has been handed down. So has been handed down in the family and stuff like that. So it probably was paid off at one point, but since it was equity and stuff like that, Uncle Clifford was taking out loans on it. So of course he got behind. We know, what was it, $55,000 or $50,000 behind on the loans and stuff like that. And then later on, which we about to get to, we find out it's even worse than we thought. So what happened, child? So Autumn was like, yeah, they not going to stop until they get this place or whatever. And Clifford was like, well, they going to have to do it basically over my dead body type shit, because they not getting this club. And she was like, well, I know people like this, and they are not going to stop until they get what they want. And so Uncle Clifford was like, I like being taken at night, but not like this. My booty hole gonna be tore up after this. I was cracking up. Why? They was saying, unless somebody bail me out or whatever. So Autumn was like, no, I'm not doing this again. I'm not talking to Andre, because he had pictures of me on his computer screen and stuff. And Uncle Clifford was like, bitch, he had me up there on the computer. So then Uncle Clifford showed her pictures of all the pictures, because there was a whole bunch of pictures, like of the nightclub at night, Uncle Clifford, wasn't it a girl throwing up? It was a lot of pictures. So Uncle Clifford was like, baby, your pussy ain't all that he had pictures of everybody up in here or whatever like that. And so they clank glasses or some shit, child. And then we go to the next scene where we see Andre. He in the meeting with the mayor, the secretary there, and then he on like FaceTime or Zoom or whatever with Bill. Remember, he called Bill last time and was telling him about the whole waterfront and the casino and the progress they had made and stuff like that. So he's talking to Bill on a computer or whatever like that. And so Andre slips up and tells Bill that it's a problem, because he was telling him about the waterfront, and he was saying like the Pynk. He was showing the slides and stuff like that. He was saying like the Pynk has, that area is popping at night. It's this and that. And every casino needs a waterfront property to build it up and get more money from it, basically. And so then he slipped up and told the man that Uncle Clifford knew or found out about a casino coming or whatever like that. And he wasn't going to try to sell. So Andre was like, well, we should offer him we should offer Uncle Clifford a, not a stipend, but, money to sway him into giving up his property, giving up his land or whatever like that. And so we find out that the damn place is fitting to get foreclosed on in less than, it's what, a couple months or something like that. But they're trying to push it to get it foreclosed in like 2 weeks or whatever. So Bill was like, well, I don't see the point of doing that if it's about to be foreclosed. I'm not going to, give him no money for the club or whatever like that if it's finna be foreclosed on. What did he say? He didn't say foreclosed. He said if he going to be, what did he say? If he about to be on the auction block, I'm not going to give him no money. So the mayor was like, oh, y'all real bold with that shit now. And so Bill was like, oh, no, that ain't what I meant. I ain't mean nothing like that. You taking it the wrong way. And the mayor was just like, okay. Then you putting niggas on the auction block and selling shit and shit like that. So, and they down there in Mississippi, Childs. But anyway, Bill say that it wasn't a problem, nothing like that. And then Bill want to switch it up, talking about something, well, if we got a problem, we can, find a different way or pull out and I can take this offer somewhere else. And the mayor was like, no, don't worry about it. What I can do is I can have my office work up some paperwork and we're going to get this deal moving in about 2 weeks. So don't you worry about it. So Bill was like, all right, well, get it popping. Cause I got, head back to my wife or whatever. So then they hang up with Bill, and then Andre and the mayor, after the mayor to kick the goddamn secretary out, talking about bitch leave. I said, the fuck? So she scary out. And so Andre, and the mayor was talking, and the mayor was like, why the fuck would you slip up and say that shit? And he was like, well, I thought he should know, like, what was going on and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, because you went down there to the Pynk and you was running your fucking mouth, and now they found out about the goddamn casino. Andre put it on, they put it on Uncle Clifford. I think, no. Because the mayor thinks Uncle Clifford found out, and then Uncle Clifford told Autumn or told, the people around the area. So he's trying to play it off like he didn't slip up and tell Autumn about the stuff that was going on with the Pynk or whatever like that. So he making it look like it's something else when it was actually his ass who let her all up in the computer, ran his mouth about the goddamn casino, but his godfather don't know all that stuff, child. And so, what happened? So the guy's father or the mayor or whatever, he was just telling them like, look, stay out of Pussy Valley. Don't go down there. Keep your dick dry. You about to fuck up this whole thing. And if you fuck it up, you fucking up my legacy and you basically fucking up my money or whatever like that. Cause he want to be the mayor who put the town on top. He want to bring the money to the town or whatever like that. Cause the town is suffering. So he want to be that mayor who bring all the money to the yard, basically. And then the mayor ended it saying like he going to deal with Uncle Clifford. Then we see Mercedes. She's trying to call her mama. Her mama is avoiding her like the motherfucking plague, child. She done called her mom 3 times. She done left messages 3 times. Like, her mama is not answering at all. And then we see Mercedes. She had a room set up for Tarika in the house or whatever. So she's sitting in the room. She looking at pictures or whatever. And she calls Tarika. That fucking voicemail had me dying. Okay, that the mama had left, or whoever Tarika, I don't know who this lady is to Tarika, but she left that goddamn voicemail and was like, Tarika can't come to the phone right now because she is punished. She will not be returning any phone calls or talking to you on this phone for another 2 weeks or 2 months. I don't know how long she said. And what she says, call back after that time or some shit like that. And Tarika in the background or the voicemail about, oh my God, you doing the most. I was cracking up because I could see my ass doing some shit like that to my kids. Because that shit had me dying though. Then we see the mama, Patrice, right? She at the church. She's singing because she's supposed to be like, they don't really have no choir. I think it's just basically her. She's supposed to be singing. So she's supposed to be singing and probably doing the morning announcements, child. But she up there singing and then she preaching at the same damn time. The pastor looking at her like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Because he like, where's she going with this? Where's she going with this? She just a preaching child. He tried to get up and take the mic, but she, and then, no holleration, no hateration. I said, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. But she did. So then She started getting the Holy Spirit. She started dancing and stuff like that, child. He tried to take the mic from her a couple times before she started praise dancing and stuff. She got the Holy Ghost in her. So then he drug her to the back or whatever. He like, what is you doing? What the hell you think you doing up there? She was talking about, I'm giving my sermon. Then you tell me I was supposed to, what did he say? Then you tell me I was supposed to be on the pulpit or something like that, or you had a place for me on the pulpit. Is that what you tell all your hoes or some shit she said? And he was like, you trying to make a fool out of me, and ain't no room for no women in no pulpit. I said, ooh. And if you can step in line and know your place and know your role, then you can find another church to preach at or whatever like that. And as soon as he said that, I said, oh my God, this bitch about to spend the fucking money on her own goddamn church. As soon as he goddamn said that, I knew what was fitting to happen. We see Mercedes, she in the back with a regular, I'm assuming, maybe one of her, not clients, what they call them? I can't think of the goddamn name, but one of her regulars. So she in the back with him. He smooth talking her and shit. And then he gives her this necklace that got Mercedes on the front of her like that. She was like, that's all I get. He was like, you know, you can get more if you want to or whatever like that. Then we see Uncle Clifford. He in the back and he pulled the girls. He like, I don't know what their names was. Coco, Chanel, Vanilla, I don't know. But he called them to go on the stage and start dancing and stuff like that. And so he was like, I know tonight's snow. She was like, I know tonight is slow, not snow. And, but no worries, we gonna be picking up soon or whatever like that. And then here go Gidget loud ass talking about something. Well, what happens if we get shut down or whatever? And Uncle Clifford was like, who said we getting shut down? Here go everybody. Who said that? Who? I said, we having a whole Portia moment. Because everybody was like, what? Who said that? Who said that? Who said? Even Mississippi, she was like, who said that? I was like, bitch, you did. So finally, Gidget was looking at her like, bitch, say something. And so Mississippi was like, I had overheard you know, talking about a casino coming here and we getting shut down and stuff like that. And Uncle Clifford was like, oh, well, you is a nosy bitch or whatever like that. Ain't nothing happening and stuff like that. We gonna be all right. And then here come Mercedes, because everybody was looking all sad and stuff. She come in there, and she was like, no worries, y'all. I ain't going yet or whatever. And no sad faces. One of the girls was like, girl, this ain't even funny. We finna get shut down and put out. Here she go. Uncle Clifford just a little bit. He's just a little behind or whatever. I said, girl. Uncle Clifford looked at her like, bitch, that ain't even what the fuck they was talking about. He didn't say nothing. He just glared at her through the mirror. So she was like, me about to like her blunt or whatever. And so Gidget came over there to Mercedes was like, bitch, you knew we was fitting to close. You knew what was happening the whole time or whatever like that, but you ain't say nothing. And Mercedes was like, bitch, you need to be stacking your money. Like, what the fuck you doing here? Like, you working and shit like that. You making them ass cheeks and you climbing that pole and stuff. Like, you spending all your bread. Like, you supposed to be stacking your money. And then Mississippi was like, well, it's easy when you just got a dog to take care of. And Mercedes was like, bitch, ain't nobody tell you have all them kids. I said, she ain't lying. She ain't lying. And so, Mississippi, Gidget said something to her. I can't think what she said, because Gidget got all in her feels or whatever. And she been working there for 7 years or whatever. And I think Mercedes was like, well, you ain't been stacking your money and you've been here for 7 years or something like that. You need to learn something from your mama. You can't strip forever. Some shit she said. Child, Gidget got her feelings hard. So I guess her mama was a stripper and she was trying to strip. And then she on Oxy. I don't know. But I guess we're going to find out later on. Mississippi was like, bitch, that was a low blow. And then she go chasing after Gidget. Then we see Andre. He getting out his car. Autumn is, you know, somewhere in the cut. She calls after him and stuff like that. She like, Andre. He like, bitch, like, what? Why is you here? He mad or whatever. She was like, look, I apologize and stuff like that, but you had my pictures up there and stuff. I wanted to be with you that night, but I saw the pictures and all that other stuff, so I like dipped out and stuff. And she was like, and Uncle Clifford, he needed to know or whatever. And she said something about the appraisals, the land appraisals, and like when you going to tell everybody about this stuff, you ripping people off basically because they need to know people are getting screwed. And he basically was like, fuck them. Like, I don't give a fuck as long as I'm bringing money to my town, my city, my this. I don't care, basically. He want to be that hero or whatever, to put his city, his town, whatever on the map. She was just like, why is you so mad or whatever? And he was like, she was like, because if this is supposed to be a good thing, why are you so mad or whatever? And he was like, what did he say? He was just going off. He was like, I can't believe I jeopardized this all for a stripper and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, like, Andre, you the one who let this girl in your computer where everything was at. Did you really think she was just going to look at some porn? Boy, bye. Then he popped slick with her and was like, why the fuck is you out? What she said? No, because she had popped at him first. She had called him a hypocritical. Is that what it was? Yeah, she called him a hypocritical bastard, and she was going in. And so then he popped off at her and was like, won't you take your ass back home and put your son to bed and stop chasing after thirsty ass niggas and all this stuff. He was just going in. And of course that triggered her because her daughter is gone or whatever, is dead or whatever. So she started crying and like punching him and stuff, you know, like that crying mad punch and stuff. And then she started crying all in his chest and he embracing her and stuff. And then the next thing we see, she in the hotel room, she sleep with all her clothes on and stuff. He's sitting in a chair with a cup of coffee. And he was like, you want some coffee and stuff? And she was like, no. Or, no, she said no. She was like, oh, you couldn't sleep in the bed next to me or whatever like that. And he said he couldn't because he couldn't sleep, basically. And he said he was thinking about what almost went down. And she got like real quiet and stuff like that. And then she got up and then she told him that her daughter was gone. And he was like, I'm sorry or whatever. And she was like, the scars are more like wounds now or whatever. And so she got up to leave. And I think she held his hand and saw the ring. And she was like, she's lucky. And then she left. Then we see her child. This is where I'm like, we got so many unanswered questions because, like, we see her, she going to each, like, different Western Unions, and she deposited, like, she going to places to transfer $9,000, and then she going to different Western Unions and different wigs, child. She had, like, the little 27, 27 weave, piece weave in her head, you know, like the little red thing. She had that. Then she had some braids. She had the blind wig. She had like all these different wigs, and she kept going to all these Western Union places. And I'm like, what in the world? Where is she getting this $9,000? Because each time she transferred money to the Western Union places, it was $9,000. Where is she getting this money from? We don't know. And he had said something about and I'm going to go back a little bit. Well, we just left. We wasn't that long ago. But he had said something about her being a stripper. And she was like, you don't know me or whatever. And she had got like real serious. So I need to figure out what is going on with Autumn. Who is Autumn? Like, is she really a stripper? Like, was she a stripper prior? I know she found the IDs in the remnants of the storm, like the suitcase and stuff like that. Oh, and let me go back to the beginning when she was dunking the money into the alcohol. She was having flashes of the storm. So she was having flashes of finding the luggage. She was having flashes of it raining real bad. She was having different flashes and stuff like that. So it's like, what is going on with this girl? Is her daughter really gone? Like, I really think her daughter is gone because of all the emotion and stuff like that. But where is she getting this goddamn money? Where? Like, it can't be from Lakeisha Savage. I think that's where she's sending it to Lakeisha Savage. Like, you know, using that name and stuff like that. But she can't be pulling it from her account because she don't know this person's account number because she found this ID in the water. So where... Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But, where else, child? Oh, so that's what it was. So then, in the same breath, when we seeing her going to different Western Unions and stuff like that, we see Mercedes prepping for, you know, her big night, her last dance or whatever like that. Child, the club is packed. Like, it's a line, okay, going all around the motherfucking building. It's a line. We see Lord Murder and his little buddy and stuff like that. And, of course, Lord Murder want to get it to the front of the line. Diamond like, niggas, I know you see it's a line here. And they like, and Lord Murder like, well, you know, I'm VIP and stuff. He was like, look, you VIP your ass back to the Diamond was going in, of course. You VIP back to the back of the goddamn line. I don't give a fuck who you think you is, little murder, little nigga. You get back to the line. And so then Uncle Clifford come out and was like, oh, they can come in. They can come in. It's all right, Diamond. Calm down. It's all right. They can come in. They can come in. So Lil Murder, he got all showing his teeth and shit like that. I was just like, oh, okay. Because I think Diamond said he was going to shove his gold teeth down his throat or some shit. So then Lil Murder, he go inside. What happened, child? Then we see Mercedes. She was talking to no, we see Mercedes in her car, because I'm like, she wasn't talking to Autumn. We see Mercedes in her car. We see Autumn get out her car, her little hoopty, and go inside the club and stuff like that. So Mercedes talking mad shit about her and stuff like that. I think she's trying to figure her out too. And she don't trust her too much because she knows she up to no good and stuff like that. And she trying to figure it out. But she was talking mad shit. But we also see Mercedes in her car trying to call her mama. Her mailbox full, so she can't leave a message for her. And she trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with her goddamn mama. Then we see she gets a message from the realtor. And the realtor like, girl, you need to come down here. I'm going to give you till midnight to get this money in because we got a competitor who wants to buy the building and stuff. So you got till midnight to come down here with this check. Then we see Mercedes, she walk in with her box of clothes and stuff like that. And she was like, here y'all go, bitches. They was like, you better have washed it. She was like, y'all ain't finna get my pussy juice on no shit. Or some shit she says. But everybody was basically quiet. She goes to the locker and she opened it up and stuff like that. And they got like all these pictures of them all together and stuff. And then like a little goodbye card. It was real cute and stuff. And she was like, which one of y'all bitches did this messing up my mascara? So then she turned around when she said it. And then everybody was standing back there around her. And then the lady who makes the dresses or sells and stuff like that. Like, you know, like the little bathroom attendant. But she do more than that. And she not in the bathroom. She in the back of the club. But at any rate, she opened up the box and they got Mercedes' outfit in there. So everybody helping her get dressed and stuff. And it was like real sexy. Like it was like diamonds. She had like diamonds on her shoes. Like she was killing it in that little outfit, child. It wasn't much of an outfit, but she was killing it in it. But anyway, she tried to thank Gidget, and Gidget was like, I gotta go on stage. Bye. She was like, oh, she's still in her feelings, whatever. And so Mississippi, she talks to Mercedes, and Mississippi basically worried about what she gonna do when the club shut down and stuff like that. And Mercedes was like, girl, you gonna be all right. She was like, no, I'm not gonna be like you. I don't have the strength that you have. The only thing I got is me being pretty or whatever like that. And she was just like, all right, well, I guess it's time for the show. So she go out there. Gidget and Mississippi, they out there dancing. Lil Murder trying to get the DJ to play his track and stuff. The DJ never scared to skid. He like, no, I ain't about to do this or whatever like that. We see Mercedes, she walk out. She's just walking around, looking around and stuff like that. And then she look over and then she see May. Is it May or Mac? Her neighbor, he was in the VIP section with his friends and stuff. She was like, you made it? How you make it down here? And he was like, remember that fat nigga I told you about? Yeah, well, he back at the house. He holding down that house arrest bracelet for me or whatever like that. I wouldn't miss it for the world. And so she talking, they cheering up and having shots and stuff. And then Lil Murder, he walk up to her like, yo, Mercedes, can I talk to you for a second? And everybody jumped up like, what the fuck? Like, and she was like, chill. He all right. It's cool. And so then, Matt, I don't know, is it May? May don't sound right, but I think that's what it is. But he was like, you don't even be walking up on her like that or whatever like that. Then he start clowning Lil Murder, talking about his outfit and stuff like that. And Lil Murder was cool with it. He was like, what the fuck you talking about, man? I'm rocking Gucci. Like, what the fuck you talking about? And so he was like, well, I just wanted to talk to Mercedes. You know, Mercedes, I just wanted to wish you well and bless you, have a good evening and stuff like that. And then he go to walk away, and then May is talking like, is it May or Mac? Y'all let me know down there in the comments. I know somebody is. But he was saying like, these young gangsters don't have no respect. They don't know what to say to people or whatever like that. They just walk up on you and stuff like that. So he going off or whatever, talking about he can't follow the code and all this other stuff. Lil Murder ain't say nothing again. He just walked off. I said, that's the way you do it. Don't cause no problems. Then we see Patrice. she getting out the car, and while she getting out the car, she's stepping on Mercedes' flyer or whatever like that. So I was just like, what's that about? So then we see Mercedes. She giving Baby Suge the little necklace that the dude gave her. She telling him buy some sneakers with it, whatever like that. Why she took a selfie with him, and he's talking about something. Don't forget me to tag me on that book of faces now. She said book of faces. She was like, I'm not or whatever. So she go over there to Uncle Clifford. Uncle Clifford try to act like he all hard. He not gonna miss her or nothing like that. And she like, what she say? She said something. And Uncle Clifford was like, what did she say? She said this is gonna be the last time you in this office or whatever like that. And she was like, you need me to stay longer. And Uncle Clifford was like, why are you gonna stay somewhere where you not wanted? And Mercedes was like, so you trying to kick me out or whatever like that? And Uncle Clifford was like, yeah, that's what a boss bitch does. And so she was like, now turn around. And she was like, that's exactly how I'm going to remember your ass. Now go or whatever like that. Then Mercedes in the back. Her mama finally calls her, whatever like that. So she like, oh mama, because her mom said she was gonna come down to the club. She was like, oh, don't come down to the club, meet me at the old Kroger or whatever like that. I'm on the way. So she started wrapping like a little jacket around her butt or whatever, I guess, to cover her ass up, everything else hanging out, child, because I'm telling you, this outfit was not an outfit at all. So then she changed her shoes, all them talking about that locker gonna need a bigger lock or some shit, trying to egg Mercedes on or whatever like that. And so she was like, they was just going back and forth. And then not Mercedes, Autumn basically told her, like, don't cut yourself when you try to climb back in their window, because Autumn already know that her Mercedes ass gonna be back or whatever like that. So then we see Little Murder and his friend over there tripping. He just tapping his foot. He's shaking. He looking over there at the VIP section because he upset that the dudes tried to play Little Murder. But Little Murder like, chill, it's all right. Like, why the fuck is you so like pressed or whatever like that? And so he was like, because not Uncle Murder, Little Murder was like, a bitch gonna be a bitch or whatever. And so the friend was like, yeah, they are. And so Little Murder was like, yeah, why are you pressed again? And he was like, because you acting like a punk about it, whatever like that. He was like, ain't nobody being no punk or whatever. He was like, from what I hear, everybody punk. From what I heard, child. Next thing we know, Lil Murder is punching the fuck out of this little boy. He bow. Diamond come pulling him off and stuff like that. And then Lil Murder telling the boy, you did to me. May or Mac or whatever. Him and his friends cheering as Diamond drag Lil Murder out the goddamn club. Then we see Mercedes, child. And this the fucking part where I was just cheering Mercedes ass on. Mercedes hop out the car. The lady, the realtor, she like, yo. Mercedes like, yo, my mama gonna be down here with the check. Is it too late? Like, what's going on, girl? She gonna be down here with the check or like that. She was like, oh, girl, it's too late. I already sold it. I told you this shit going like hotcakes or whatever like that. She was like, no, I'm serious. Like, my mama going her way. Like, what's tea? Like, come on. Like, let's get this popping. Child, why her mama walk out the motherfucking building? Her mama walked out of the building and Mercedes was like, mama? And the lady was like, this your mama? Oh, hell no. And she hurried up and left. So Mercedes was like, Mom, what is you doing there? And why are you coming out my building and stuff? So then her mama started going on about how she saw a feather on her face and the Lord had talked to her and told her that this was what she needed to do and this was going to be her new church building. And Mercedes was like, no, this is my building. Like, what is you talking about? This ain't finna be no church building. And she was like, yeah, this is my church building. The Lord wanted me to do this and stuff like that. And you could just see Mercedes just break. Just like her insides just was just like crushed, like her whole face dropped and stuff like that. And I really felt bad for her. And next thing we know, she just wailing on her mama, blah, 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 blah. I said, get her, because Patrice is a dirty, like, that's fucking dirty. Like, your daughter had already told you what she needed the money for. I mean, the money for. And you want to up here and use this money for your own good. And like Mercedes said, like, you stole that from me. I gave that to you. That wasn't even your money to use. And you going to use it like it was yours or whatever like that. She was tearing her motherfucking mama up. And then the next thing we see, the people in the club going crazy because Mercedes not there. So why somebody threw that fucking weave? I was dead. I said they just snatched out one of the pieces. Now they got 25 pieces and they threw it up on the stage. I was dead. So the DJ, not the DJ. Uncle Clifford was like, look, Mercedes is going to be on there. It's a little delay in the thing or whatever like that. But DJ, he going to throw out some bangers. Let me come back. Uncle Clifford go back to the back, child. Uncle Clifford like, have y'all heard from what's going on? Get you like, oh my God, we've been calling and she ain't picking up. Something that happened to her. Uncle Clifford like, little bitch, don't give me these white tears, even though they kind of tasty. Don't be giving me these white tears right now. Child. So Uncle Clifford like, well, who gonna go on for Beyonce? Child, why the girl who be farting all the time? She's talking about something, I'ma go, bleh. I said, oh, you was a gassy bitch. So nobody want to hear that. She's like, oh, I just finished them lemon and pepper wings, though. Uncle Clifford was like, nah, bitch. You ain't going up there. So nobody said nothing. I was dying when Uncle Clifford went over there to that goddamn table and was like, well, I guess I go up there. My little titties and fat ass. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I was dying. I was like, do it. I was ready. But then Mississippi was like, all right, I'll do it. And Uncle Clifford was like, you sure? She was like, yeah, I'm sure I'll do it or whatever like that. So Uncle Clifford was like, all right, well, I'm going to go over there and announce you then, child. So she go outside, she announced her and stuff like that. And what's his name? The DJ put on the music and stuff like that. When I tell you Mississippi got up there and worked that motherfucking pole and worked that motherfucking stage, child, she did that shit. Then she don't got Mercedes ass, but Mississippi got a fucking body and she can work that motherfucking pole too. She did that motherfucking shit, okay? Money was coming out the skies on that shit. And then the DJ had put on a little murder song and stuff like that. So while he outside, he's still sitting outside listening and stuff like that. So he listening. And he like, that's my motherfucking song. So he geeking and shit like that. Uncle Clifford listening to the song and she like, what the fuck? So she hands her little diamond out microphone to the DJ and go outside. And was talking to Lil Murder and was like, Lil Murder was like, yeah, you know that song about you. She was like, that is not about me. And Lil Murder was like, yes, it is, or whatever. And so Uncle Clifford was like, well, prove it. So they go to the back. Do you see the way he was looking behind his shoulder and stuff like that, Lil Murder? I said, oh my God. So he go, Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford, they go to the back or whatever like that. Was it his office? I don't know if it was, I don't think it was his office. No, I don't, it might have been his office. I'm not 100% sure, but they went to the back or whatever like that. And while Mississippi upstate on stage dancing and stuff like that, goddamn Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford is back there bow chicky motherfucking wowing. Okay, bitch, why Lil Murder spit on his dick? I said, bitch, I'm dead. I'm dead. He said, look, this is what all I got. But he was tearing Uncle Clifford ass up, okay? What happened, child? Oh, so then Mississippi was done. She was smiling. She was liking that spotlight or whatever like that. Cause she got, like they was throwing the motherfucking money. Even the goddamn judgy ass man who claimed it wasn't no women in the club and dancing was sin and all this other bullshit. He in the front up there throwing the most money at goddamn Mississippi. I said, this motherfucking nigga. And so, all right, what else happened? I think that was it. Mississippi was up there tearing it up. Uncle Clifford was getting his ass tore up. And then at the end, Mercedes was in the back of the police car. Her and her mama boo got locked up, child. I said, God damn. And that was the end of the episode. So, next week look like it's going to be a fucking doozy. She in the jail saying where her mama, Mercedes is, or Patrice. And I'm not sure we're going to find out a little bit more on Autumn. They is really taking this, Autumn, they really giving us pieces of Autumn. Like, we is not really getting a lot of information from her. So, I don't know if we're going to find out more about her next week or not. But, child, it's about to storm again. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And what else? Oh, they did get renewed for season 2, which I am excited about. Because, like I said, I like this show. And I think we're supposed to get 8 episodes. I know it's not a lot this season, so I'm not sure. I think it's 8. Usually, you know, they usually try to give 10, but I think it's only 8 episodes this season, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. But at any rate, I didn't talk to y'all too much as is. Y'all let me know how y'all thought about this episode, what y'all think Autumn is into, and where she getting this goddamn money. And do y'all think that this is going to go to Mississippi Head and it's going to be a problem? Because if y'all saw the previews for next week, it looked like her baby daddy is going to have an issue with her dancing and stuff like that and getting all this money and spotlight and attention and shit like that. So y'all let me know what y'all feel, what y'all think about it. If y'all like this review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're watching this review but you're not subscribed to my channel, and go ahead and hit that notification button to be notified when I drop new stuff. All right, y'all. Until next time, peace.